I'm Representative Tim Ormsby. Thanks for tuning in to our weekly video update. We're coming to you this week from the House floor. We've just reached House of Origin cutoff, and that means that all of the non-fiscal, the non-money bills that are House bills have to be out of the House, and the same thing goes for the Senate. Senate bills come over here for consideration in the House, and House bills go to the Senate for the same reason. This is the time on this floor over the past 10 days, just been a bevy of activity. All 98 members on the floor, voting on bills, debating, in caucus discussing it. What happens and where we end up at the House of Origin cutoff is where we separate the ideas that have the possibility of getting through and becoming law and those that don't. And the terminology around here is we talk about bills dying. A lot of bills died over the course of the last 10 days. And which ones died? Well, anything that costs money. We're trying to basically just hold on to the bare minimum of the programs that we provide for vulnerable people and in education. And so obviously some bills lived, and those would be the ones that create jobs, maintain some of those programs for elderly folks and for young folks and students, provide opportunities. I'm happy that one of my bills, House Bill 1701, made it entirely through the process here in the House and is now over in the Senate. It's a bill that basically trying to provide some transparency for contractors using subcontractors and trying to skirt the intent of the subcontractor laws. There's another good bill of mine, House Bill 1574, that didn't succeed, unfortunately, this time. It was a good bipartisan bill that would have helped create jobs in Spokane and other cities. There was some confusion about the financial implications of it. I believe that we'll be able to address those, and I'll revive that bill here again next year, as bills have a 2-year cycle. Just as we run for the House of Representatives in a 2-year cycle, we have a 2-year budget. And this process is a 2-year process, and since it was introduced this year, it will be available for us to consider next year. Now that the House of Origin cutoff has come and gone, we're working our bills, we're working on Senate bills here in the House, and we're also testifying and interacting with our Senate counterparts on bills House bills that we'd like to see pass. And throughout the entire process, we're also working on the operating budget, the transportation budget, and the capital budget. That's the committee that I'm the vice chair of, the capital budget. It could be and will be our best bet for creating jobs. A lot of folks say that government doesn't create jobs. Well, the capital budget, we borrow money, state money, and we guarantee it with the full faith and credit of the state, and that money becomes available for private contractors in the private sector to do construction projects all throughout the state. And it's a good way that the government interacts with tax money to do good job creation. At this point, I want to shift gears a little bit and introduce you to a very important person. I want to introduce you to Mitchell Cowan. Mitchell is here, sponsored by our office, and is a page. And I'd like Mitchell to describe a little bit about his experience as a page and the things that you do.
Well, as a page, you mostly just deliver things around the campus, delivering notes, delivering packages. You help out a lot on the floor, passing out amendments. And it's usually just running errands for people.
It's along with the PAGE program that Mitchell's involved in, we also have an intern program. It's a great way for high school and college students to interact in a very meaningful way here in the House of Representatives, and the same programs also exist over in the Senate. We're about out of time, but I do want to remind you, if you happen to see this video update before Saturday, March 12th, we're going to be in Spokane. My colleagues and I are coming home for one day to visit with our constituents at a pair of town hall meetings. It's your chance and opportunity to tell me, to tell Senator Lisa Brown and our new seatmate, Representative Andy Billig, how we're doing. Talk about the things that are of concern to you, and it's a good way for us to interact about midway through the legislative session. Both of those meetings will be on Saturday, March 12th. At 10 in the morning, we'll be at the Northeast Community Center, very near Shaw Middle School at 4001 North Cook. Then at 2 in the afternoon, we'll be over at the Museum of Arts and Culture, the MAC, in Brown's Addition at 2316 West 1st Avenue. When we get back, it will be a nonstop marathon to the end of the legislative session, the busiest time of the legislative session. We're very much looking forward to being home. We're looking forward to seeing you, even if it's only for one day. You can RSVP or tell us anything that you want by using the contact information that, through the miracle of television, should be appearing on your screen. Until then, my name is Tim Ormsby. I work for you here in Olympia, and I want to thank you for watching.